Hey, what's up guys? This is going to be the new video of the Zombies 1v1 series. I'm using a different mic right now. Tell me in the comments what you think of it, if it's better or worse than the other one. Personally, I've done some tests, I think it's better. But I'm not going to rant on too long with this mic. I've had it for a while. I probably should have set it up a long time ago if I'm being completely honest. But I finally got it set up either way, so I'm going to be trying to talk through this mic now through the different videos, but anyway, let's get into it. And today we're going to be comparing the Krazny Soldat versus the Panzer Soldat. So basically, the Panzer Soldat in BO2 or BO3 from Origins. We'll do a separate section on the Rising Drac. I'm mainly focusing on Origins. Versus the Panzer Soldat from Cold War, which is an Outbreak, which you should see pretty close to this point in the video. In the Outbreak video. Yeah, right there. So it's going to be a comparison between these two. And me personally, this is one of the fights I actually don't think it's that hard to quantify, to be completely honest. I think the BO3 Panzer, regardless of its origins or Dreisendrach, you could say BO2 Panzer if you want, but it's just a remaster of the old one, so I'm just going with BO3 because it has both versions of the Panzer with Origins and Dreisendrach on the same game, so it's the same gameplay mechanics and everything else. And I think that this is my opinion. I think the BO3 Panzer is just outright stronger. I don't know exactly why I think that, but I think he's stronger. I think with the hook and his flamethrower, I have a feeling it's just more potent than the other one, because the one in Cold War doesn't do as much damage. Granted, you do have armor, but the one in BO3 is just a lot more threatening. And especially with the claw, if that were to not grab you and just hit you straight up, that would hurt a lot more than almost anything the Panzer could do, because that's just straight metal coming at you at like 20 miles an hour, which isn't going to feel good. In terms of speed, Krazny just takes this. His jetpack is way too strong. He can zoom across the map very quickly. I mean, in terms of pure running speed, then the Panzer Soldat takes it. But if we're talking about travel speed, then the Krazny Soldat from Cold War takes it. As far as durability, I'm pretty sure BO3 takes this one. I know BO3 has some weaker guns, but I mean, even if you compare it, like, use one of the staffs, for example, or one of the bows, I think it takes more shots to kill that Panzer than it does if you were to use, like, a ring of fire shotgun on the Krazny. I just think they're not really comparable, so I think the BO3 Panzer takes this one on durability, and you saw his claw right there in the footage. IQ, I can't really... They're both just a zombie in a mech suit, so I can't really tell which one's smarter per se. I feel like the BO3 one's smarter. I guess you could say because he knows how to deploy the hook more. This part is a hard one to quantify because you can't really tell how smart an undead zombie is unless they like try to shows you specifically. But I think the BO3 one's stronger. The Cold War one seems to be a lot more, what'd you say, uncoordinated when it's attacking, or the BO3 seems just a straight dodge straight at you. Although it does take some smarts to fly a jetpack around of entire Outbreak map, so I guess you could take that into account if you want. I think the Panzer Soldat's smarter, but the Krazny may be smarter battle IQ, controlling how far it jumps, I guess sticking the landing, you could say, instead of just rolling across the floor. So I think Panzer takes IQ and Krazny takes battle IQ. As far as skill, I think the BO3 Panzer, because it has to actually aim its claw or its energy bombs. That's something I forgot to mention about. I think that's what gives Krazny, or not Krazny, the Panzer its IQ, is its placement of its hook and its not gravity bombs, but energy bombs, you could say. The placement of both of those is really, really precise. So I think it takes general IQ, but battle IQ, I guess you could say Panzer takes as well if you want. But I have a feeling that jetpack is just, it wouldn't be easy to control that thing. Skill, I think it's just BO3 Panzer. Like, so the placement, it would be very hard to do that. Abilities, BO3, it either has the hook variant, which grabs the player, or I guess whatever it's using, and pulls it in. I've even seen clips of the Panzer picking up like zombies that are around it with its own claw and burning those zombies, and then I think they go towards you and try to explode you, or try to explode in front of you so you take more damage. so I think it has more abilities. Same with hacks. I forgot exactly the criteria I use. I usually refer to old videos. I'm not checking them right now. What are some other criteria you could go off of? Experience, BO3, if we're gonna take experience into account of this. Let me try to see what other categories there are real quick. Okay, let's check in some of my old categories, and the first one I'm going to mention are stamina and endurance, which, I mean, I think the BO3 Panzer endures more, but they all have the same stamina. There's no difference. They just chase around you constantly, really. And even so, they take the jetpack around the map, so it's not like they actually do much. They kind of just let the machine do it for them. There is also range, which I do think Krazny takes. That's one that I think Krazny takes just because of it can move faster. Agility, I also think that's Krazny based off the fact that, like I said, it can move a lot faster than the Panzer can. Because the Panzer, it kind of goes up into the sky and then lands wherever it wants to, but the Krazny actually jumps to your location, to your present location. So I think that changes it a lot. I think the speed is greater for the Krazny because of that feat. Actually, a good segue. Feats, I think BO3 Panzer takes just because its hook especially is what I'm basing a lot of this off of. Because I have a feeling if the Panzer shoots a hook right at the Krazny, that's going to do a lot of damage. It can break through the glass. You don't know, he might be able to aim it really well. Might be able to grab, I don't know, the arm of the robot. Maybe pull the arm of the robot off. Disable some of the systems. He has a lot more range. Or, he has a lot more close range, I guess you could say. The Krazny has range as far as just getting to you. But the actual attacks of the Panzer have more range. And destructive capability and attack potency, like I said, I think it's a BO3 Panzer. It has more abilities. There's energy bombs and the hook. Because they all have a flamethrower. I'm pretty sure they can all hit you, so those don't really change. But the destructive capability and the attack potency, I think, goes to the BO3 Panzer because of its hook and energy bombs, like I mentioned before. And I think that's about it. I think the BO3 Panzer, I think he wins kind of mid-difficulty. You can let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to transition to the 1v1 edit now here shortly, but let me know what you think of the comments, what you want for your next 1v1 video. I'll probably make a community post at some point. And have a good day, and I hope you stay tuned for more videos. See you all in the next one.